This episode is dedicated to the fathers, as I wish every male happy Father's Day. You are highly celebrated. We cannot rule out the effect and the impact of man on humanity. When God created human beings, He first created the man, the male gender. The topic of today is when men mentor boys. In God's plan, His plan for man was to be the leader, and God empowered him to do it. And the things that God put inside him, or the conferred role that God put inside man, was to provide for the family, take care of the family, to protect the family. Being a father is not limited to having biological children alone. It also includes spiritual children. So, as a father, you may have spiritual children and biological children. And the idea of this is that you would raise these people the way God has taught you. Please, mind you, I am talking to only believers. This topic is for Christians, born again Christians. I want to ask this question. Where are the fathers? Where are the fathers that are mentoring the boys? You see, fathers are to mentor boys and mothers are to mentor girls. If it is the other way round, there may be an imbalance in it. You may begin to see some nature and characteristic of the opposite gender being predominant in that person. At the end of the day, when the person gets married and the partner begins to see the trait of his own gender being predominant in this person, the trait of manliness being predominant in this woman, in everything she does, decisions, actions, it will go down well. It will be like two men that are married together. The same way it is a woman who is married to a man who exhibits predominantly feminine nature or feminine traits. Like, it will seem as if she married a woman just like herself. So, men are to mentor men. Men are to mentor boys. Women are to mentor women. Women are to mentor girls. So can we put it this way? Men mentor boys to be men. Women mentor girls to be women. That's why the Bible says, let the older women teach the younger ones. Invariably, the Bible we could also put that vice versa. Let the older men teach the younger men. There are so many things that are happening in our world today, and we see a lot of imbalances. If you see in a home, in the life of the girl child, she receives a lot of training from her mom, from a lot of people, even in the school, including the church. A lot of people focus on the girl child's training. I'm not talking of education, it is inclusive. But moral training that has to do with house chores, putting things in place, hygiene, taking care of yourself. And it is expected of everybody that this girl child should show a lot, to some extent, a level of respect, a level of training that she should have received from the home. That is why you hear some people say, oh, this person lacks home training. The girl child is taught when she gets to the stage of, puberty. She's taught menstruation. She's taught how to take care of herself. She's taught as she grows older, how she should comport herself in the place, with men. She's taught even when she's married that, now that you're getting married or you're going to get married, you must take care of your husband. You must cook for your husband. You must support your husband. You must do this. You must respect your husband. She's taught all that. When she gets pregnant, she is taught, this baby that is coming, try and eat well, try and eat this kind of food. When she gives birth to the baby, she's also taught all those things. You take care of the baby, you wash the baby, you clean the baby's umbilical cord. Woman, from being a girl to womanhood, she is taught all this. Prepare her to make sure that her life is balanced. Even if she's working, she is taught that, look, don't allow your work life to clash with your family life. Your work life, your career, your business should not clash with your family, so that you're able to raise your children well. You're able to also support your husband. You're able to be there emotionally to help your husband, regardless of the fact that you are working. Now, let's come to the male child. Who is training our male child? What are we telling our male child? Who is telling them what to do, how to treat a woman, what to do when you are a boy, how to clean yourself? And it is the father that will add these inputs to it. The mothers will do theirs. When a woman trains a boy child, the boy child ends up being a mommy's boy. But when a man trains a boy child, the boy child grows to be a real man. Because men won't take nonsense. An older man will not pamper a boy. A woman can pamper a boy. A woman can allow the boy child to go away with something. But the moment the elderly man or the older man sounds the roar of a lion, the boy will sit up. There are times boys have their way with their mothers, but they can never have their way with their fathers, because they know this one is not my match. I can cajole mommy. I can psych mommy to bend to my rules. Mommy can fall for me. Mommy can compromise because of me. But when it comes to dad, the look on dad's face alone is scary. So you know that you don't step on the foot of the adder. You don't step on the foot of the lion. You don't step on the tail of the snake. There's a voice a man carries that when he exercises that authority in his home, the boy child sits up, even if the mother has not been able to control the boy. Except maybe the boy has really gone wild and haywire, and that's as a result of some other things. I don't want to go into that. But the fact is that let the men, our fathers, please rise up, pick up these boys and begin to train them. Begin to advise them, begin to counsel them. It was because of you that God brought these boys around you. They could be your biological children. They could be your spiritual children. They could even be neighbors around. That God just wants you to impact them by giving them godly counsel, godly advice. Look at Abraham. What did God say about Abraham? I know Abraham, my servant. He will command his household. He will command his household. Abraham commanded his household to serve God. It wasn't like it was optional. It was mandatory. You follow me to church. You don't follow me to church, you are in trouble. In fact, there is no option of not following me to church. There is no option of you not serving God. You have no choice. You must serve God. You have no choice. You must keep your room clean. You have no choice. You must take your bath every day. Scrub your armpits. Brush your teeth. Teach the boys how to do that. The mothers can do it, but what if the boy refuses to listen to the mother? Then the father can now step in and use his authority to enforce that the boy does what he should do. Because training of the children is both for the father and the mother. But when it comes to the male gender, the father should have more voice over the boys. Who is teaching the boy child what to do when he gets to puberty? Who is teaching the boy child what to expect? Who is teaching the boy child that is going to have something that is called erection as an adolescent? You may also begin to have, ejaculations. So what do you do? Do you now begin to feel bad and feel dirty that, what happened to me? I don't know what is happening to me. I sleep and I don't know whether it's urine. It doesn't smell like urine, but something just comes out of me. It's the fathers that will teach the boys this, please. If the fathers don't teach them, who will teach them? The mothers will only be able to teach based on education or knowledge, but not from experience. But it's the fathers that will be able to teach from experience. Oh, my son, one day, one time, you're going to experience what is called erection. The reason is because you are a man and you are growing and your body is responding sexually. Sexually, you are becoming responsive. So don't be afraid. Don't consider it as something shameful, and then don't begin to play with it. Don't begin to see it as a toy that you begin to play with and begin to masturbate. No, it is the thing that God has put there. You begin to, just allow biology to have its work. You're a human being. It's part of you being a human. Explain such things to him. Someday you're going to wake up and you may find yourself ejaculated on the bed. It's not because you are dirty or you are sinful or because you had you have a spirit wife or something. Sometimes it might be, but biologically those things happen sometimes. Just like biologically it happens to a woman that she menstruates. So who is teaching the boys this? I remember a woman met me some time ago. A 13-year-old boy woke up and found himself wet, and she was like, the boy was confused, and this boy is a fervent Christian. The mother was confused. Mommy, what's happening? My son said when he woke up and he found himself ejaculated. What was it? That he doesn't even know what it is. That he found himself wet, and he knows he didn't wee, and he doesn't used to wee on the bed. That what's the meaning of this? I said, so and so. This is this and this and this. I had to give her that counsel, but that is what the father should do. The father was not available. But the boy went to meet the mother who knows nothing about what is happening, the changes that is happening to his body as a young boy. With the little counsel I knew, I had to give her that counsel. Then she now understood, so this is what is happening to my son. She went back home and comforted the boy and told him this is it. So, also, I remember, when a girl begins to menstruate, they will say, now that you're a lady or you're not a woman, don't sleep with any man, because if you sleep with man, now you get pregnant, this and that. Who is telling the boys too that, look, the moment you begin to have ejaculation, you can impregnate any lady. So be careful. Do not go around sleeping with women. Keep yourself pure so that you will not begin to have babies at a very tender age. Giving them the counsel of God. As the boys grow older, who is mentoring them? Who is telling our boys as they grow into young men, young adults, how to treat a lady, how not to hit a lady, slap a lady, abuse a lady, fight a lady because she offended you, how to treat ladies with respect, even if the lady seemingly disrespects you. There are ways you can pass across your manliness, not by violently fighting back. Who is teaching our men, our boys, to grow, to be balanced emotionally? That when you see a lady, your body will not be vibrating. Even if your body is vibrating, you will tell your body to come under. It is natural for one to be emotionally attracted to the opposite sex. The emotion of a man is often attracted to a lady easily because of the sensitivity of his sight with his emotion. So you let your boys know that, look, you see it does not mean you should go for it. What did Job say? I have made a covenant with my eye that I will not look upon any maiden. It's not that he will not look upon them. He may see them pass by, but he will not give them the second look. They may come around, flaunting themselves around him, but he will not give them any attention. Why? He has told himself that. How could he have told himself that? Somebody may have taught him that. What are you teaching? It's teaching our boys not to begin to jump from bed to bed. As they grow older into young adults, as they grow older into young men, as they grow older into men, getting ready to marry, preparing them also for marriage. As the woman is being prepared for marriage, the men too should be prepared for marriage. Who is telling the men that when you get married, you're going to be responsible for this woman? You're going to be having to pay bills on her behalf. You're going to be having to drop home upkeep every month or weekly or daily according to your income to feed the house, to sustain the house. You're going to have to be providing for your family, according to what God has blessed you with. Not that, I'm marrying a woman, she'll be the one to be providing, she'll be the one to be cooking, she'll be the one to even go to work and bring money and then we eat together from her purse. No! Don't raise boys to say, what is the woman bringing to the table? A man asking a woman what she is bringing to the table, he is already signing for sharing of his responsibility as a provider. And if you're already signing for that, you should not be, surprised when the woman comes into your life and she's bringing something to the table which she's being forced to do, which she's being made to do. As a co-provider, then you have 2 pilots in that plane, and it won't last. A woman coming into your life should not be asked, what is she bringing to the table? A woman who is wise should know that she should bring something to the table, but not you telling her what she's bringing to the table. Not you asking her what she's bringing to the table. What would Adam have asked Eve what she's bringing to the table? What could Abraham, our father, have asked Sarah what she's bringing to the table? Abraham brings the food to the table, Sarah cooks the food on the table. You see? So if the woman is supporting, she's doing it out of her own volition, not because she's being forced to do it. Not because she's being told that she's a co-provider. She's not a co-provider. She is a help that is met. There is a need in your life that she needs to meet. So she is there to meet that need. But she's not the one who is to be the sole provider. She's to support, not to carry the load. So, who is teaching our boys that? That the moment you are getting married, you are signing in to be a husband and a provider. And every week, according to your income, or daily, according to your income, or monthly, you must give something to your wife to keep the home running. Who is teaching our men not to be liabilities, but to be real men according to the word of the Lord? Fatherhood is leadership. Fatherhood is authority. Motherhood is nurturing. Motherhood is caring. So don't let us misplace the priority. Men, older men should teach younger men how to handle ladies. Don't begin to beat a lady because she didn't do what you want her to do. That's called physical abuse. You can beat a child and you can get away with it. But beating an adult is an abuse at whatever level. And you can start that when you see your boy child beating the sister. You call him and quickly reprimand him. It doesn't matter the age. Look, you don't beat up your sister like that. You correct them there and let them know the reason why and give them biblical references why they should not do it. If it is possible, give them present day references why they should not do it. We have seen situations where somebody, is fighting another person and the other person drops down dead. Nobody will care whether you're a child or not. A murder, the person has died. So a murderer is a murderer. It doesn't matter whether a murderer is a child or murderer is an adult. So these are the things we should teach the boys. Don't take the laws into your hand. Take care of your wife. Don't just live a life for yourself. Don't just say it's all about you. Don't just take to yourself alone. You're not clothing your wife. You're not giving her even personal allowances to take care of her basic needs, maybe to do her hair or to make her hair, to change her clothes occasionally, depending on how both of you are living. If the woman is working, fine. Even if she's working, being the provider, and what gives you respect as a man is that regardless of her earning her own money, you still give her from your own. You see, some people will cry out like that. Why should I give her when she's earning her own? That is the mind of an irresponsible person. Can you imagine a parent who is sending the child to school and the child is doing some side hustle in school, and the parent now say, I will not give you money again because you are working, you are doing some side hustle. So the hustle you are doing, use that one to take care of yourself. But as far as I'm concerned, I won't give you money again. Is that not an irresponsible parent? The child is only trying to support himself and also help you. Possibly what you are giving him is not enough. So he's trying to do some 1, 2, 3 things to add to what you are giving him. But you are now riding on the fact that because the child is making a little money here and there, you want to hands off the child. That is an irresponsible parent. So the same way it is, if the man is saying that he will not take care of the woman, he will not meet her need because the woman is working and she has the ability to do that. Who will teach our boys, our men, that they should rise up and take their place in the home when they get there, or if they are already there? Our fathers, please rise up and teach these boys. They need to learn some of these things they don't know. There are a lot of forum for women to learn. Women learn in the church. Women sit down and amidst themselves. They talk, they share experiences. They learn from one another. They learn recipes. They learn food. They learn child rearing. They learn, being with husband. They learn all this from themselves. One of the things I've observed is this. A lot of men were not loved by their fathers. A lot of men did not know what true love is. A lot of men lacked fatherly love from their own biological father. Some didn't have it. A lot didn't have it. Majority didn't have it. They didn't know it. So they are like men that are, they have a vacuum of lovelessness in them. They are like people who don't know what it means to love because they were never shown love. And the truth is, every man would appreciate to have the love of a father. There is no man who does not want identification with his dad. There is no man who does not want relationship with his dad. There is no man who does not want the true love and the emotional satisfaction and support and security of his biological dad. Every man wants it, but many men don't have it. And because they don't have it, they really don't know how to give it. But the truth about it is this: even if you don't have it, because you are a child of God and you know and have the fatherhood of God over you, you can receive the love of God and give it to your children. You can change the narrative of what your father refused to give to you, and you can choose to give it to your children. That is what they call breaking of generational curse, breaking the cycle. Love you were denied of by your dad. If you withhold that love within you and refuse to give it to your own children too will grow up and refuse to give it to their own children. So it's a cycle that continues. Why don't you break the cycle of lovelessness towards your sons, towards your boy child? And most times training is not easy. It's always hard. It's hard on you. Let's train our boys. Let's train our young men to be real men, because God uses only real men. God doesn't use boys. God doesn't use half men. God doesn't use mommy's boys. Please teach the boys with your lifestyle to be spiritual leaders in the home. Take the lead in the home. Don't send your children and your wife off to church. Oh, you people go to church, or you stay back at home, or you go somewhere else. Go to church with them. Lead by example. You lead and they follow. Because the children are watching. What you are doing now, your sons are going to replicate it. Because you are the first fatherhood figure they would ever see, observe, and possibly tailor after. So mentor them in the way that when you grow up, you will not regret it. You will sit back and say, God, I thank you that I did a good job. May not have been a perfect one, but I know I gave all I could to raising these boys to the glory of your name. The story was told of a young man, very busy man. He had so much about, you have time for your sons, this and that, and he was pricked in his heart. He didn't have time. He had never had time for his sons. So one day he called his son and said, today we're going to go out and have a nice time together. We're going to fish, we're going to the woods and all that. The boy was super excited. And the dad actually took him out. They went fishing, they did everything, talked, gisted and all that. And the day ended, the boy was so happy. The boy came out and was saying, this is the best day of my life. My dad and I had a real good talk today. I had a real good time with my dad today. My dad gave me every attention I needed today. The boy was super excited. He grew up and he acknowledged that a day he will never forget in his life. He made reference to that day. But you know what? The father died, and the boy was going through his father's stuff, and he saw one of his father's diary. He was flipped to a page where he saw something written, the most boring day of my life. And he read it through, and he said, it was the day I took my son out fishing, and we sat down and we gisted and we talked. It was the most boring day of my life because I couldn't achieve anything that day. This guy is now a grown man, and the father is dead, and he saw this in his diary. He was heartbroken. that the day I consider to be the best day of my life, my dad now says it is the worst, it's the most boring day of his life. It was like a dagger in his heart. Well, for me, thank God the father was not alive when he discovered this. It may have made him to hate his dad, but the man has died, so you can't hate somebody who is dead. But it left a mark on him. You see, so fathers, let's mentor these boys. Mentor them, go after them, pick them up, have time with them, talk with them. Don't say you don't have time. A lot of men in their old age wish to bond with their sons, but they can't bond with them any longer because the guys live their life without their father's input. Now they are solid and standing strong. The father now wants to come into their life and build a relationship with them. It's not possible. It's not possible. The window of their heart is still open for you as their father. Enter through that window and take up that role and do what you should do, and God will help you. It's not the women that should go to church and the children should go to church with her, and the man stays back or he goes somewhere else. What did Joshua say? As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. It wasn't his wife. We didn't hear anything about Joshua's wife. He was the spokesman for his family. Who is training our boys not to follow the norms, the traditions, the culture, the trends of our times? You hear things like, oh, men are polygamous in nature. Really? If men are polygamous in nature, then Jesus Christ must have lied to us when he said that if a man looks at a woman lustfully, he has already committed adultery in his hand. The trend that people are saying that men are polygamous in nature, who is teaching our boys that these are lies, fallacies, superstition, distractions from the pit of hell to derail men, to alter their thinking, to rewire their brain from what God has set it to be? It is not scriptural. Men are not polygamous in nature. Jesus Christ told us about it. So if men are polygamous in nature, according to their saying, then it means we can interpret it scripturally that men are adulterous in nature. That's simply it. Mind you, I said I'm talking to Christians. So if you are not a Christian, you will not understand what I'm saying. Let's teach our boys. Let's teach our sons. Let's teach our men the values of the kingdom, that they would teach them, their sons too. I want to quickly cite this example. Reading through the book of Solomon, the book of Proverbs, Solomon made a lot of reference to his mother's training. Oh, my mother taught me. My mother said. Even the mother taught him about the virtuous woman. Proverbs 31. From verse 10 to the end. His mother taught him. But do you know that despite the fact that the mother taught him about the kind of woman he should marry, he still made error. He still made mistake in the kind of women he married. He didn't follow the rules and the training of his mother. But assuming his father was there, maybe the father felt he didn't have the guts to train him because he had made so many mistakes that he's not living by example. But you don't have to say because you made a mistake, you will not train your children. True, you made a mistake, but let them learn from your mistake. Confess your mistake to them and tell them, look, I messed up. I made a mistake. An elderly man was on his bed dying, and he called his son and told him, look, my son, don't make the mistake I made. Never marry 2 wives. So you made a mistake. Tell your children your mistake. Confess it to them and tell them that, look, don't follow the path that I followed. Tell them the pain you suffered. Tell them the regrets you have. Tell them the guilt. Tell them the repercussion. Tell them the reward that came with it. Or the punishments that came with it. With your lifestyle. If you tell them all that, children like to hear stories. And one of the things that stick and make them learn faster is the stories and experiences, reality they hear. Fathers, let's rise up to the glory of our calling. Mentor them. Mentor them. The boy child needs the love of a father. The boy child needs the embrace of a father. The boy child needs the harsh tone of a father. The boy child needs the strong fist of a father, and not in a blow. I don't mean in a blow, but the strong fist telling the boy that, look, you better sit up and wake up to reality. A boy child needs the authority of a father. Let's rise up and take our place. Raise our boys, not for anything but to the glory of God. He said you desire a godly seed. Godly seed is not made by one person. Godly seed is made by the husband and the wife, with the man taking the lead, the woman following, and the children following after. May the Lord God empower every father in the house to stand to the glory of their calling. You will not bring shame to your children. You will not bring shame to the kingdom of God. God is able to make a reference.